You got Venom. Okay, the cinematic looks cool. I kind of wish we had a game like this, not a card game. Who is this Spider-Man? It smells Morales? Is that Black Panther, Iron Man, Hulkbuster mix?
I am so excited
Hi, Ben.
to show you what we've been working on for the last 4 years. Marvel Snap is the culmination of everything we've learned about making super fun card games combined with the power of the Marvel Universe. It's been an unbelievable honor to work with Marvel and Newverse on our first project. There's never been a game like Marvel Snap, and we're so excited to share it with you.
The cards look cool.
Marvel Snap is a collectible card game where we stripped out all the stuff that gets in the way of fun and gets everybody
Like what?
straight
Understandable
into
rules?
action.
The first thing that makes Marvel Snap different than other CCGs is how fast the games are. Each game is about 3 minutes.
Both players play simultaneously. There's no waiting.
We've taken your opponent's turns and your turns and layered them on top of each other so that you don't have any waiting. It's just your turn, your turn, your turn, your turn. You get to make all the decisions in half the time.
With Marvel Snap, we really wanted to bring it to the next level.
Well, that's cool, right? Not having to wait for your opponent that can just grief you or take a long time to play until you get tilted. So that's kind of cool. I imagine that it works like you play your turn, your opponent plays your turn, but you don't see it, and you only see what he plays when you play your cards. Well, I imagine that's something like that.
Another example is deck building.
Once upon a time, card games had 60 card decks. You could play 4 copies of any card, which was actually just 15 unique cards. And so in Marvel Snap, we thought, hey, what if we just did 15 unique cards? And actually, the games are so fast, we can go down to 12 cards, which is still about the same amount of strategic depth, but it's so much easier to build a deck.
So that's where I worry a bit. Like it's easier to build a deck, but is it challenging if you only have 12 cards to worry about? And if I read somewhere that's like 150 cards when the game launches, so that's even, well, that's less than, it's almost 10% of the collection. I think there will be enough variety. I think everyone will just run the same cards, right? I worry about this a bit.
The game is all about the Cosmic Cube. Oh, snap!
In the rank mode, you're basically fighting against other players, trying to get more cosmic cubes.
If you think you're going to win, you can snap your opponent, and that doubles the stakes.
The whole mind games aspect does spike my heart rate a little bit. When you feel like you are going to win the game, you can double down and get more rewards back, which feels great when you win.
If you retreat the game, that means you lose the game. But it doesn't feel bad. It's kind of like a skillful damage control.
So this is what I like about this game. It's like the poker aspect of this. So from what I understand is like in the last turn, you can snap, and snap is like doubling the reward. So if you win like a common battle, you get 1 core, or how do they say it? Like a cube, 1 cube. But if you snap, you're like raising your bet. If you win, you get 2, but if you lose, you lose 2. So your opponent can do the same and multiply it by 2. I don't. One thing I don't understand is like multiplied it to 8, so 1 next turn. Oh, okay. So the last turn is double. So if you escape like in the 4th turn, you concede, you lose 1 cube. If you wait until the last turn, you lose or win 2 cubes. But if you decide to snap, it doubles, so you get 4 cubes or lose 4 cubes. And if your opponent doubles, it's like 8 cubes in play. So there is like a poker aspect of this that's really interesting, like some mind games, like she was saying. That will be interesting to see. Like you can have a flush and think, yeah, I got this game, let's double. And your opponent doubles and you lose because he has a royal straight flush or something like that.
You for damage control.
It's played over 3 locations, and your goal is to win 2 out of the 3 locations. So the mind games start to happen as you start shuffling your cards around and trying to figure out how to outwit your opponent to secure 2 out of the 3 locations.
The cards focus on the heroes and villains of the Marvel Universe, and every card in Marvel Snap has a unique ability. These powers really affect the game, and so choosing the cards that work best together is one of the most fun parts of the game.
My favorite card is probably Magic.
Time Doll?
Viper, Galactus,
Gamora.
King the Conqueror.
The card effects look great. The animations are awesome and quite distinctive. You can just from the animation see which card your opponent played.
The Marvel Universe and Marvel Multiverse ultimately is so rich. How can we get all of that into this game? And the only way to do that is through these variants.
Maybe you really like one style of
What?
variant, and so you want to collect a bunch of them and build your whole deck using these variants.
We'll find like really unique artists who have such a distinctive style that we actually want to turn into a variant set. So that's another way we approach variants.
It's another way to express yourself in
Do that is through the
Let me go back. I don't think I understood.
The Marvel Universe and Marvel Multiverse ultimately is so rich. How can we get all of that into this game? And the only way to do that is through.
So this is the same card, but with multiple variants, multiple styles. So it's like the golden cards on Hearthstone, but with even more microtransactions. So I think you get a random style when you open a pack or something, when you get a card. And then you might be able to buy the one that you want. I don't know. I'm just imagining how they can monetize this. I think it's cool. Like, if you can get a full collection easily without spending money, it would be great. And if they focus on these kinds of alternate card art and well, if they keep the same animation. Otherwise, if the animation changes with the variants, it might be hard when you play such a fast game to understand what card your opponent played.
Through these variants.
Maybe you really like one style of variant, and so you want to collect a bunch of them and build your whole deck.
Yeah, this is cool, right? This is pixel art animation cards. You really want to collect them all, right?
Using these variants.
We'll find like really unique artists who have such a distinctive style that we actually want to turn into a variant set. So that's another way we approach variants.
It's another way to express yourself in Marvel Snap. So when we launch, there'll be well over 150 base cards for players to collect. And then we're going to continue to be adding new cards to the and then we're going to continue to be another way to express yourself in Marvel Snap. So when we launch.
Okay, let's see what's happening here. Okay, so this is like your collection page. You can see that all the carnages, there are multiple variants. They all have the same stats. I imagine it's the same card. Some of them have like a red borders, others blue. I don't know if that influences anything. I wish they all have the same animation. Then at the top you have like Guardians, Doomsday, X-Men, Avengers, Black Order. I don't know if these are kind of card sets, but they say that sets are the variant style. So I'm not understanding what those mean. Let's wait and see.
There'll be well over 150 base cards for players to collect. And then we're going to continue to be adding new cards to the game every single month as these new seasons roll out.
We just really want you to see that there's going to be something new in there every day.
It's really important to us that you're not paying for power. The game is free to play, and you can get every card in the game over time without paying anything.
Got him!
Okay, so she said you can get all the cards in the game over time, like over 9,000 years. I hope not. I hope the pay to win, the paying aspect is to just mostly to get the alternate card art. Let's see what. Nothing here to see.
We can just hit one button and you're right into a game. We try to find a fair match for you. There's no pressure on you to figure out what kind of battle you want to have today.
The skill cap is really high. I think you can play the Snap for thousands of hours and not feel like you've perfected it.
When no game feels the same, you feel like you're always learning. I think that's what's really important for a game feeling like it has meaningful depth.
We have huge ambition of constantly delivering new content and constant
let me go back a bit.
Huge ambition of
sorry.
Incredible.
Only. We are working towards having an early access for first title.
When no game feels the same, you feel like you're always learning.
Constantly delivering new content.
Frame break? What is that?
We have huge.
So, well, at the top we can see that there will be a season pass. Of course. There are two types of currency. I imagine that the left one, the blue one, is like the things you get in game, and the gold one is you have to buy it with real money, I imagine. You have season pass, and then you have missions. I think those are quests, right? And you can see them here. Play a match, win matches to reach rank 10, and complete a daily mission. I imagine these pink points are for the season pass or for battle pass advancement, because they are pink and season pass here is pink as well. And I don't know if this rank 10 is like a ranked system. I don't know what I think about having missions directly related with ranked matches. So you really need to play ranked to advance. Don't know what I feel about that. What about you have some numbers here? Maybe this is your rank. This is 11. I think it's your rank. And maybe you have rewards because there's a notification icon here. And you have the 59 green thing. Maybe that's your player level. I don't know.
Ambition of constantly.
So this is the screen where you get a new character, Wave. This Filipino superhero commands the power of water. Okay, so after you unlock a card, like a distinct hero card, you get to this screen.
Delivering new content and.
So this is what I don't have any idea what it is. Frame break.
Constantly evolving the meta for the game.
Oh, so maybe there's like some kind of system where you upgrade your cards. I don't know if it's just a visual thing or you get powerful effects. Well, it says 611. Yeah, it has. I don't think. Well, just.
And constantly evolving the meta for the game.
Quality increased and common. So maybe if you play with the cards, they will get visually better and they will come out of the frame of the card.
That will deliver better experience to our players.
Yeah, here you can see that this Killmonger is outside the frame. There are others that aren't, like the monster. Yeah.
Marvel Snap is a mobile-first title, but that's not the same as being mobile only. We are working towards having an early access version available on PC at the time that we launch globally.
Oh, that's nice. That's cool to have it on PC. And it makes sense to have it mobile first. Yeah, I think that, but it's good to them to, it's good for them to get PC players something. I don't know how this will, if they will develop like a different resolution for the game, because this is vertical, right? But maybe if they can play around with these buttons, the retreat, playing and everything, they'll manage it.
One of the things I'm most excited about in the game are these incredible 3D effects that we have on cards.
So these 3D effects, like this is frame break and more effects on top of that. So I really think you will level up each of your cards.
Have on cards. They really make it feel unlike any other card game.
We did
Yeah,
a
that's
lot
cool.
of the effects around communicating an ability for a card, but we also started adding flavor effects that just make cards feel more like who they are, those characters.
Yeah, if you saw there with the Doctor Strange, it didn't have a 3D effect, it's just 2D. So there are multiple effects on the same card.
The music especially brings together some of the iconic feel and genre that you've come to expect with Marvel.
Anytime a Marvel character has an iconic line, we made sure to record that character saying that line. Human Torch says, "Flame on!" and the Thing says, "It's clobbering time! Hulk smash!"
Marvel Snap is like a continuation of the fandom that many of us have had for Marvel since when we were toddlers. Now we get to pour all that passion into something that's really going to make it out there.
On Marvel Snap, I get the luxury of doing what I love. And what I love is art.
You just geek out over the comics that you used to read as a kid and spend every day looking at something that is going to blow your mind. It's just a dream come true.
We hope you enjoyed that first look into the passion and excitement we put into making Marvel Snap. It's been an incredible journey. Thanks to our partners at Marvel and Newverse for helping us get all this together. And follow us on our social media, TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, everything. And go to marvelsnap.com. Sign up for the beta. It starts soon. We'd love to play some games with you. Thanks for watching, everybody.
They have another website? Oh, yeah.